Hi. I'm only doing this video because I'm sitting home alone. Nothing to do. Tired of watching TV. No one to hang out with. I would hang out with someone, but no one to hang out with. Wouldn't mind having someone to drink with or have a smoke with, but, you know. Okay. Jules Libinati. Thank you for sharing the post. Melissa Polito. Thanks, woman. Jackie Curatola? Did you say that correctly? Thank you. And Daphne Lopez. Thank you. Alright, so I wrote this down before. I've come to realize for single people, this is a very, very terrible position to be in right now. Like me. Look, ready, check this out. That's what it's like right now. It's fucking boring. Okay, so I hope you don't think that when the virus ends and we are allowed to go out to the stores and normal stuff, it doesn't end there at all. The psychological part of this is going to mess people up for a while after this. They're going to have to deal with it. A lot of people losing their job, not being able to pay their bills, struggling more now than they already were. Most of us live paycheck to paycheck, right? So when you're not getting that paycheck, things can become quite difficult and ugly. Suicide rates are probably going to go up through the roof, right? I should put this book in front of me so I don't have to keep looking over there. Yeah, suicide rates are going to go up. Why wouldn't they? People are going to be miserable. If you have kids, you can't take care of them. If you just bought a business, say for instance, someone just took the spot where my sub shop was. I feel bad for him. I wish him all the luck in the world. I'll even go in there and get a sandwich. But the problem is, he just took that spot over. Didn't even open it yet. And he's going to open it after all this. And most people aren't even going to want to go out to eat. I don't know. It's going to be hard for me to go out to eat. I went to McDonald's for one reason, is because they're a major franchise. Mom and pop places I wouldn't really trust. A lot of them are going to probably go under. I mentioned the other day, this whole thing is probably, it is going to bankrupt the planet. It's going to be a problem. Yeah. If you don't want to watch me on this little itty-bitty phone of yours, when you press on my post in the top corner, I don't know if it's going to be reversed over here or over here. It's in one of these spots, I believe. It's a little rectangle. It has like a little satellite symbol in the bottom left. You just press it and cast me to your TV. Off I go. Much easier. All right. I didn't write it. I just wrote little topic points. I hope you don't think when the virus ends at this, that it's over and life goes back to normal. What will normal be for us? It's going to be different. We're going to be more skeeved out by one another. We're not going to want to go near one another. We're not going to want to touch each other. Life will be different, seeing the ugliness of us. Especially the Lakewood people. I still can't. For some reason, I was allowed to post the minute video today on Instagram. Was not allowed to post the one from last night on Instagram TV. I'm able to do a few things on Instagram, but not yet. It's not lifted yet, so that sucks. Let's just get to that while I'm talking about it now. Anybody who reports a post is a pussy. If you have something to say, grow a pair of balls and message me. If you don't like what I did, I'm not going to be a dick. I'll understand your view. You're basically a coward taking that route. You're a coward. No one knows that you reported whatever I said. It was something about Lakewood people. Do you know how many people live in Lakewood? So what? Who am I referring to? I'm referring to a great array of people when I say Lakewood people, yeah? Of course. There's no definitive answer to who I'm referring to. So as I said, you're a coward. It was on Instagram. You want to do something like that? Own up to it. Now, I understand reporting someone if they're threatening your life or something along those lines, like something real serious. But no. Pussy. So, I was watching Dr. Phil today. When he speaks to the camera, he says, you all, refers to everybody as a group, as a whole. For you have been watching me, you know I refuse to speak to you that way. You see, this is between you and I. There's no one next to me. Chances are, who's next to you? Go on. You most likely watch me by yourself. You're not going to watch me with your boyfriend or husband next to you. Well, unless you're kinky and that's the type of thing you're into. Anyway, he speaks and says, you all. I don't like that. It's between you and I right now. There's no one else here. I don't see anyone else. It's just you and me. I refuse to speak to you as a group. I'm speaking to just you. You know what I mean, Phyllis? They call Dr. Phil Phyllis sometimes. I do like watching it, don't get me wrong. All right, as I said, though, for single people, this is terrible. For single people, when they're not allowed to go over their families, is even worse. I wouldn't mind a drinking partner or a smoking partner right now instead of sitting here like an asshole. Anyway. I offered BH to come by and smoke. I guess she didn't want to accept that offer, I suppose. I only ask once. I don't ever ask twice. Just like I've said in the past, if I've ever asked you out on a date before and you've said no, don't hold your breath waiting for me to ask you another time. You will die from lack of oxygen. I don't mind looking stupid once. Twice I don't do. Got it? Okay. I've said this. Maybe it may sound like an idiot. Water is magic potion. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. That shit is magical as hell. Put water on Earth, look what it gives us. Take water away, you have Mars, Mercury. Or you have Venus. But you see, Venus ran away with a greenhouse effect, kind of like we're doing on this planet, heating it little by little. But Venus, I don't need this. I don't have this written down right now, just to let you know. Oh, this basically everything's off of me. See, Venus is basically the atmosphere of sulfuric acid. Most would think, see, Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, and then Venus, then Earth, than Mars. So if someone says, what's the hottest planet? Most would say Mercury because it's right next to the sun or the closest, but no. You see, Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system because of that sulfuric acid. I don't recall the temperature on the planet. I can't remember everything I read. 800 degrees Fahrenheit or some shit like that. I don't even know. Mercury's like 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't even know exactly. I forget. But yeah, Venus is the most hottest planet that we have. So, water. I was watching Naked and Afraid just before, and the lady on it was getting dehydrated and didn't have any water. Her and the guy. When they finally, after almost 3 days and 95 degree heat in the Bahamas, which if it's hot out and you're sweating, you will lose water faster and dehydrate faster. That could happen in 2 days. If you're in a cooler, normal weather climate and you're not sweating so much and you're not doing so much activity, you could squeak 4 days with no water, maybe. Once they finally, after dying of thirst, finally took that sip of water, both of them said, just taking the first swallow, they can just feel it reinvigorating their body. It's a magic liquid, whichever way you want to look at it. I've said I see water as a magic potion. Look at the planet with and without. You want to feel the life-giving effects from water. Don't drink anything for 3 days. Become really dehydrated, and then finally you drink that water. Then you will appreciate what water is. Truly, think about that for a second. And after you finally drink the water and you see what it feels like to put water back inside of you from not drinking any water and all the moisture getting sucked out of you. I believe our body is 75% water or something like that, I believe. Okay. We're almost done. This 15-minute bullshit ain't gonna work for me, but this is what we're doing for right now. Because, like I said, I'm posting everything on Instagram. I'm gonna post it here, but no more full-length episodes. I'm not gonna write those 4 episodes I did, listed 1, 2, 3, and out of 4, as I said, it was 6.5 hours of writing, 2.5 hours recording, and episode 4 was like 12.5 pages. Like, I must have written 40 pages between all 4 of those videos. And I don't want to, because everybody's got their own shit going on right now, so I just don't want to put that much effort. All right, so I have to skip. I want to do that. I'll do that tomorrow. Let me circle this because we only got a minute. This sucks. I wanted to say this. All right, for if you like Mario games, you do know on your cell phone you have Mario Run, free to download and play. You have Dr. Mario. This is on your cell phone. Rachel, you said to me last night that you play games on your phone all the time. So Mario Run, the 2D style Mario, like you all remember, like you remember. Dr. Mario, and there's also Mario Kart. Go download it and play, so it gives you something to do on your phone. You don't have to spend any money to play it. You only have to spend money on the extras and bullshit like that. But for something to do, yeah, it's right on your phone, right in your hand, and it's a good time. Make sure you alcohol swab your phone and clean it, though. Phones are the most dirtiest thing. It's just as dirty as money, in my opinion. No different. Well, no, not as dirty as money, because money circulates. But it is up there as fucking disgusting. Some people shit and piss all the time. You never clean your phone? That makes a lot of sense. Putting your shitty hands all over the damn phone. That's E. coli. All right, we're out of time. I'll talk to you soon.